Hello everyone and good morning from Lahore. As we are discussing the mechanical injuries and this is the sixth lecture. In the past few lectures we are discussing the factors which are responsible for the change in the appearance of the wounds. Today I'll discuss the tissue factor, that the subject. As we know, the human body has different architectural design, that it is made up of skin, subcutaneous tissues, muscles, bones. There are cavities, there are hard tissues, and within the cavities there is air or the fluid. So each component or each architectural design of our body will behave differently to the force causing trauma. So today we'll discuss how the body reacts in the appearance of wound in response to trauma. Okay, starting with the lecture now. I'm Dr. Javed Iqbal Khokhar, Professor of Forensic Medicine and Toxicology, and we are discussing the mechanical injuries, and this is the sixth lecture. As we are discussing the factors which are responsible in the causation of the wound production. And today we'll discuss the subject, that the tissues, and the response of various body tissues against a weapon. As we know that the subject is the body tissues, and the architectural design of tissues is also one of the major factors in determining the appearance of wound. As we know, the body is made up of cavities. Cavities has got coverings and there are contents within the cavities. And there are solid organs, and the solid organs may be hard tissues or the soft tissues. Similarly, the covering of the cavities can be hard covering or the soft covering. And the contents within the cavities are either the fluids or gas or air. So the targeted tissues are composed of skin, subcutaneous tissues, fat, muscles, bones, and cavities. And each tissue has got its own character, which makes it difficult to predict the wound production. So first we discuss the skin. Skin is having the elastic and plastic properties within it. That is, the plastic due to firm cohesion between the layers of its keratinized cells. And this allows the skin to resist force and escape damage, while the underlying tissues may be severely damaged. But the skin may also get damaged in severe trauma. Now the subcutaneous tissues and the fat, subcutaneous tissues and fat provide a cushion effect for the body, and it protects the underlying tissues. But when a blunt force is applied, skin may escape damage, but the fat may disrupt. And this will disrupt the vessels within the subcutaneous tissues also. And a bruise then will appear in the areas where the subcutaneous vessels are ruptured. Fat also have both elastic and the plastic properties. Now talking about the muscles, muscles in addition to elastic and the plastic qualities, they have got an additional advantage of encapsulation. We know that each muscle fiber is encapsulated, and muscle as a whole has a tight encapsulation, which provides them a more protection. Therefore, they may escape damage by a blunt force. But if the amount of blunt force is so much that it causes fracture of the bone, then the muscle damage will be occurring. Now talking about the bones. Bones have got only the elastic properties. When the force is applied to a bone within its elastic limits, it recoils back to its original position. But if when the force is removed, but if the force exceeds beyond its elastic limits, then the bone will be fractured. And the direct fracture occurs at a point of maximum convexity where the force is applied. And sometimes the force is concentrated at some other point and indirect fractures are produced. Like when a spiral force is applied, the spiral fractures are produced. And when the impact of force is applied, there will be impact fractures, that is direct crushing of the bone. Now talking about the cavities. The hollow viscera of the body contain fluids or the gas. When the fluids, we know they are incompressible, but they can be displaced when the force is applied. The hydrostatic forces will be generated which acts radially in all directions, displacing the fluid. The damage will be seen at a distant site, far away from the site of application of the force. When the force is applied to a viscera containing air, a powerful pneumatic forces are produced which also will be traveling radially in all directions and they will be producing a distant damage also. Like in traumatic asphyxia, compression is applied to the chest. In stampede, the chest is unable to move and it is compressed. And the petechial hemorrhages we will see in the eyes and on the face and the eyes. And sometimes the pressure is so much that we see the subconjunctival hemorrhage within the eyes. With blast trauma, similar hydrostatic and pneumatic forces are produced at the site of blast, and they are, when traveling within the body, these hydrostatic and pneumatic forces which are produced within the body, they move circumferentially and they cause the trauma, which causes severe laceration of lung, heart, and aorta. Although there is no direct contact with the chest, but these pressure waves which are traveling, they travel through the body and the hydrostatic and pneumatic forces are generated within the cavity containing air and the fluid and they cause disruption. So summary of this lecture is that we have discussed, we have learned that how various tissues react to different forces. Because the human body has got an unique architectural design, it is not a uniform subject. It is made up of skin, subcutaneous tissue, fat, muscle, cavities and coverings, and within the cavity there is air and the fluid, and they will behave differently to the physical forces. So we have come to know that this variation in the architectural design causes change in the appearance of the bone. Thank you very much. Take care. Allah Hafiz. If you like my videos, please subscribe to my channel, and this is my channel name, Dr. Javed Iqbal Kokhar, Lectures on Forensic Medicine. Thank you very much.